Hello, my name is Scheeren. Today I will present some of the findings of our study, which is titled Masking Social Context and Perceived Stress in Autistic Adults, an Ecological Momentary Assessment Study. So our study is about masking in autism. And although there are different terms that are used, some use the term camouflaging, others say masking. I will use the term masking in this brief presentation. And what it entails is that autistic people may hide their autistic traits and/or they may copy non-autistic behaviors, often with the goal to prevent standing out, so trying to fit in, or to prevent negative outcomes such as stigmatization or discrimination. So that is how we define autistic masking. And what we know about autistic masking already is that people who report to mask more, they also generally experience more stress. They report more depressive symptoms. They report to experience more anxiety. However, there are also a couple of unknowns. So what is the impact of social context? For instance, do autistic people mask less in the presence of other autistic people? There are several reasons why we would expect this to happen. And another question that we had is, are masking and stress actually related in the dynamics of everyday life? So how did we study this? Well, we used a stress monitoring smartphone application, which is called the Stress Autism Mate. And this helps us as researchers to examine stress in everyday life, as well as some of the factors associated with stress. So in this app, we ask people, who were you with? So this is about the social context. We asked, to what degree could you be yourself? So this is about masking. And we asked about their feelings of stress. And we had 87 autistic adult participants between 17 and 68 years old. Now, and what did we find? First of all, autistic adults masked least when alone compared to when with others. This makes sense. Autistic adults mask less in the presence of other autistic people compared to non-autistic groups and mixed neurotype groups. Also, more masking was associated with more stress at the same moment, but not 4 hours later. Additionally, we found that autistic women tend to unmask more with others than autistic men, as you can see in the figure here. So the green bars are the women and the pink bars are the men. And on the right, you can see that the bars are higher, which means more masking, and that women mask more in the presence of others compared to men. Another thing that we found is that the link between masking and stress was actually rather similar for women and men. Now, how does this research help autistic people? First of all, our findings highlight the importance of safe autism and/or neurodivergent spaces. We found that autistic people could be more themselves among other autistic people and that they were generally less stressed. Also, our findings highlight the importance of the acceptance of individual differences, I guess, regardless of your neurotype, so that people feel less need to mask their individual autistic traits and can be more easily integrated and accepted within a diverse society. So I would like to conclude this brief presentation with a quote. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Thank you very much for your attention.